Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm Andrew Reiner. I got the one and only Joe Juba with me.
The one and only, as far as I know.
You reviewed Assassin's Creed Syndicate. We're taking a look at it today for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
We're a good ways into the game, so we're not showing off the beginning because we've done that in test chamber. A lot of videos out there, streams have done that.
Yeah.
So hopefully you're seeing something new here today. And Joe, going this late into the game allows Joe to really kind of hone in on the mechanics, and we can show those off without just kind of going, yeah, there will be this and that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we are at a spot in the game where the sort of exploration has opened up to the point that we're really getting a good look at what the game actually is. You have your main navigation tool, which is that zip line at this point. We can conquer the different areas of London. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff that we can do in front of us here in the next couple hours.
I just like creeping through the streets like
yeah,
this.
you're really gross. You're just sort of like there's just like before the stream started, Reiner was just staring at a couple of kids.
Hey, they
begging.
wanted money.
Yeah, but you weren't giving them any money.
So here's something. You could just kick open boxes and it gives you stuff. You don't have to do a dumb mini game to pick the lock.
Well, that's actually yeah. Can you shoot it? Try shooting it. All right. Well,
I scared a child.
Assassin's
Invulnerable
Creed Syndicate
chickens.
has invincible chickens. Now we know.
But we're live on Twitch and YouTube. Feel free to comment. I got the comments in front of me here. I'll take a look at them as we're playing. First, let me stab this guy in the butt. And Joe, your review, you gave it a 9 out of 10. And
I did.
You had such high praise. You said you haven't had this much fun. Correct me if I'm wrong, but since Brotherhood, which
Right.
is
And for me,
considered the best Assassin's Creed game by many.
yeah, a lot of people, and me included. Brotherhood is my favorite game in the series, and I think this one, since then anyway, is the most fun I've had. There's just, I think, for me, what it boils down to is the fact that this game takes a lot of smart ideas from previous installments. Things like, for all of the problems that Unity has, Unity introduced like a leveling system that, even though it wasn't perfect, at least like the idea of leveling in an Assassin's Creed game I thought was interesting. And this game refines on that concept a little bit. It's got some things like kind of like the crafting from Black Flag. It's got a sort of adaptation
There
of
we
that
go.
formula. Oh yeah, and it has some of the familiar glitches that we've seen in the Assassin's Creed series to date, for sure. Though
Dickens and I are close, man.
I will say, on the technical front, like, yes, it has a similar tier of technical problems that we've seen in previous Assassin's Creed games, but it is not the catastrophe that Unity was by any stretch.
So we're in sequence 4. There's 9 sequences in the game, but they get longer as they go, right?
It's more accurate to say sequence 1 and 2 are very short, and then the other ones I think are about between 4 and 6 missions each. So what we're doing here is
Investigating a junkyard, just like Charles Dickens is famous for, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So Charles Dickens is one of a handful of historical figures that you run into as you play. I think it's like that's nothing new in Assassin's Creed. You ran into Leonardo, and I think Connor met every single famous person alive in the American colonies.
He was responsible for everything.
Yeah.
We got to rewrite the history books.
So
Why is he like the Hulk? Is he irradiated?
I think that's just how it pinpoints like friendly key characters. Anyway,
Green
the
glowy
point being,
guy.
in this game you run into like Charles Dickens, Charles Darwin, Karl Marx, Florence Nightingale. There are a lot of
Never heard of any of
notable-
these people.
Oh, okay. Well, they're pretty obscure.
All right, so we're looking for a bunch of crap in a junkyard. This is one of the big new wrinkles in Assassin's Creed, right? Like, find crap in junkyards.
Yeah, that's one of the big features. No, the Charles Dickens missions are centered around what he calls the Ghost Club. So all of the missions you do for Dickens are sort of vaguely, like, supernaturally connected, and sort of applying investigation to supernatural myths and stuff. Hop in the carriage.
You got it. All right, here we go. So this is kind of an interesting thing about the game. You've had horses in the past, but this city is just huge.
Yeah.
So you spend a lot of time riding in carriages to your next destination. In the old games, you could go like 400 meters or whatever,
Yeah.
and hoof it on foot. But now it could be like 1,800 or something.
Yeah, London feels like one of the biggest settings for this series. So it is nice when you see that long distance to your next objective marker to be able to hop in a carriage and sort of, I will say, I don't feel like the carriage is controlled. I mean, like, they're horse-drawn carriages and they feel like it. It's not like Grand Theft Auto where you're driving around in precision vehicles.
Have you ever actually driven a horse-drawn carriage?
No.
Then you're not an expert on saying how it's supposed to feel.
Oh, okay. Whoa. You're blowing it.
No, I'm not. He's going to... No!
That's all skill right there.
I'm going to go down here and whip a poopy, whatever you call it.
So what you're doing right now is you're supposed to be escorting this lady in the carriage.
Okay, so just drive like a maniac. You got it.
I just want to emphasize you maybe don't want to murder everyone inside.
Oh, yeah! This is how you play Assassin's Creed.
There is actually a perk that you can buy for your characters called Demolition Derby that just makes it makes your carriages more resilient, which is pretty.
I mean, look what I'm doing right now. I just flipped that other one. I just murdered 2 men.
With a horse.
And a horse. I always feel worse in video games about like killing animals and stuff like that. Like hunting whales in Black Flag. That really got to me.
Yeah, you can stab any number of people in the neck and not feel a thing, and then the second you kill a whale, it's like, oh, poor thing.
Oh! Get off my carriage.
Uh-oh.
No.
He's got you.
No, he doesn't. I have him.
Bald Bulldozer says Mad Reiner Fury Road.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow. Okay, what just happened there, Joe? I'll do it again.
Okay. So
Spider sense.
one of the big problems in Unity that I and many other people found with it is the fact
What's
that
happening? Why is it doing this?
I don't know. So when someone would shoot at you in Unity, there wasn't a whole lot you could do.
Oh no!
Oh gee!
What happened?
What a big surprise! The cart was
Wow!
destroyed because someone was driving like a maniac.
Woo.
Anyway, in this game, if someone's about to shoot a gun at you, you can tap like the Y or triangle button, and it gives you a sort of immediate dodge,
Which is really handy.
which is handy. It makes it active without making it necessary. Like you'll still get hit if you're not paying attention, but it gives you a way to. It just doesn't feel as cheap when someone gets a hit off on you.
Hi, Ocam. And Game JTV5, what's up? Welcome to the chat. And Mega Bass over on YouTube, hello. Okay, why is it doing this?
It's just showcasing that there are 3 people behind you, and you might need to do something about that.
Okay.
That doesn't involve sacrificing your carriage on them.
I'll just drive like this. Kind of juke and weave. I don't
Alright.
want to get on the top. It is pretty satisfying, but it is very much like that commenter said, like Mad Max, which a game I finished a couple weeks ago. But you have this ram move. It's exactly the same.
Huh. I haven't played Mad Max yet.
Just for people watching on the YouTube stream, Joe, I want you to know I'm sorry, but your face is covered up by the Game Informer logo.
Okay.
But it looks good.
Top billing.
It's probably an improvement.
Okay, the carriage isn't looking great.
Reiner, just, when it says it prompts you to maybe get off and stab those guys?
Well, this guy's shooting at me. Can I shoot at him?
Yes. Hit, you can hit triangle to quick shot at someone when they're highlighted, or you can, maybe you can't aim deliberately when you're in the carriage, but, oh man, you're just looking terrible.
What do you mean? Look at that! Whoa! Head-on horse collision. That horse took it like a champ, by the way.
Oh man, your carriage is just falling apart.
It's okay. We'll just put some paint on it. Look at the wheels. Everything's okay, everyone.
Like some kid's gonna spit on you from the bridge and you're just gonna fall apart.
I think we did it.
No, now you have to reach. Okay, so you defended. Now you have to get home.
Take me home.
You got it, ma'am.
Oh man, it'll be a miracle if you get there in one piece. Look at that thing.
But I want to hit this lady. All right, she's down.
Mission accomplished.
He just does not care. So I'll take this. Did I start with 2 horses? Did I lose one, or was it
I
just a
think this
one-horse
only had
carriage?
It only had one horse, I think.
He's a real workhorse.
That's the way.
You have preserved my honor and saved my life.
See, she loved it.
I am Elizabeth. Won't you climb down and sit beside me so that I might see your face?
Oh, you
There's
should.
some GTA stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Reiner,
What was that? You guys heard that?
Just we'll go in and see what's going on.
Okay, I just heard some panting.
uh-oh.
Go in.
You hearing that, right?
Go in.
Wait, are you playing that?
It's not me. Reiner, the movie planet says, can you and Kyle
Where are you?
get on Beyond and Good and Evil quick so you can get on to Shenmue 2?
Yeah, I think we're gonna get Tim Turry, maybe Jeff Cork joining us. There's a lot of excitement about doing it. We haven't started it yet. We were holding off till November, correct, Wade?
That is, up to you. Whatever you want to do, Reiner. It's all about you.
And that's Wade Wojcik. He's our video guy.
Yeah.
He's the brains behind this operation.
Our GoPro in the studio blew up, otherwise I'd cut to my pretty face.
So Reiner, what you skipped past was the fact that was basically a ghost. It was like a dream in which we were escorting a ghost, a woman who was already dead.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
So there's that. Yeah. I don't particularly. It's not like I don't dislike the Dickens and Darwin and Marx missions, but they're definitely not high priority things.
So this is the Assassin's Creed people know, right? Like this,
Right.
right?
Yep.
So
the whole parkour, climbing up and down. Unity made that work a little bit better, but
now here's the new Assassin's Creed.
it's pretty handy.
It's pretty awesome how this works.
What I really like about immediately people see that and they assume it's going to be like the Arkham games, right, with you just zipping around from place to place. And I think it finds a really nice middle ground between the sort of the thrill of quick mobility, but still feeling like Assassin's Creed, still having the sense that you're sort of deliberately scaling something. You're not like Batman where you're just hook glide all
Right.
over the place.
Bionic Andy Poo says, how far into the game is this?
This is
Sequence 4.
This is near the end of sequence 4. Now, there are 9 sequences, so it may seem like it's halfway, but the first 2 sequences are really short. So it's probably the first quarter of the game or so.
Yeah, and I really didn't like the beginning of the game.
That surprises me, actually, because I thought it's one of the best beginnings that this series has ever had. What didn't you like about it?
It was just too linear and scripted, and I was one of the first actions I had was just turning some valves in a warehouse, and then I was on a train, and then I did something else as who's the other main character? Yeah, we can switch to her right now, actually.
Yeah, go for it.
So you can switch on the fly. Well, not the fly.
On the fry.
Ooh.
Oh.
So she ended up doing something similar and then getting on a train. And I was just this is kind of just really linear. Oh.
I mean, you realize that they're on the same train, right?
Yeah, but it's I didn't need to play the sequence twice. Hi.
Whatever happens,
I
do not
recruited him.
panic.
But
What I liked about the beginning of the game is that other Assassin's Creed games where they spend a lot of time giving you the origin story, right? A lot of sort of hey, go steal this thing from some local thug or whatever. This is Syndicate starts out with both Jacob and Eevee being established as already powerful assassins in their own right.
Right.
And their first mission for each of them, it's not I'll go steal this thing from some petty criminal. It's they're both assassination missions right off the bat. Go kill this guy and then switch to the other character and go kill this guy. And, it sort of throws you into it right away, which I liked.
And walk us through this here. We're looking at the skill screen.
Yeah, all the different skills. So like Unity, you buy, you spend skill points to buy new abilities. Unlike Unity, to me anyway, these felt more like upgrades rather than things you should have at the beginning, you do need to, I think you do need to buy double assassination, but that's the one that it teaches you how to use the skills. Buy double assassination, press this button here kind of thing. So for the most part, what you're buying are cool upgrades, like things that make it easier for Jacob to take dudes down in combat, things that make it easier for Eevee to remain undetected, things that give her more throwing daggers. Both of the siblings have generally the same skills, but as you saw in the menu back there, there were some skills that had like a blue or red icon on them. I think each character has 3 unique skills that like the other sibling can't buy. And those skills are pretty powerful, and they differentiate Eevee as sort of the stealth character and Jacob as more the combat-oriented one.
So here's the collectible. I'm going to just pick up a beer bottle.
Yeah.
So there's collectible beer, which
Yeah, I think
that's
I
probably the biggest innovation this game has.
I think you get like a beer bottler's belt or something if you get all of them.
Wow.
And not only that, if you open up the database menu, you read like tasting notes on all of the beers that you collect.
I just took $5,000 from that kid. Did you see that?
Yeah. When you're in an area, sometimes the little like kids that you've recruited will just have items and money for you.
Question from YouTube. Wasn't Assassin's Creed Chronicles India and Russia supposed to come out before Syndicate?
Yeah. What happened to those games?
Yeah,
China came out, right?
Yeah, China came out. I don't know if they said specifically that both of those were supposed to come out before Syndicate. They did say both of them would be 2015, though, and I thought one was supposed to be more fall. So we should definitely have had one of those by now. I don't know what's happened with those.
Let's take a quick look at the map. So I've cleared out Whitechapel, so this is friendly zone. I'm not going to run into a lot of trouble here. But, Joe, what happens when we look in these red areas?
Yeah, so if you played Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, I think that was the one that introduced the idea of like conquering Rome, where you're like taking back towers and stuff from the Borgias. And that's kind of what's going on here. The idea is that London is under gang control, so you're taking back different boroughs from the gangs that are dominant. It's kind of the same gang and just different like factions of the gang with different leaders. So what you do is in each district there's sort of those like red dividing lines.
Yeah. Like here's
Each
a
one
little
of those is associated with one activity. So if you do like a child liberation mission, it will clear that part of the borough that it was located in. And then if you do all of those activities within a borough, you take it over like you did with Whitechapel.
And then you get fast travel on there.
Well, you get fast travel anyway if you get those viewpoints. You can fast travel.
Oh, okay. I don't need to clear out those zones.
No, you
then.
don't need to clear out the zone. You just need the fast travel, or you just need the viewpoint, and then you can fast travel.
Okay, we got serious rain going on here today.
Question-
It's London, man.
Question from Bald Bulldozer. Can you still use the useless vertical jump in place?
I don't think so. I tried to, because the only
Yeah.
time that the jump in place ever was useful for me is when I was like scaling a viewpoint and there was some like cross or something at the top and my guy wouldn't like grab it the way I wanted him to. So then I'd like do the little jump and the hop and he would. I don't think that's in this game because I tried it at one point and it didn't seem to work.
So we're going to go do a waypoint here. You can see there's a big tower over there. Or a synchronization point.
Yeah. And this is, I think, what we're seeing in acting here is just one of the big differentiating factors of this game is the fact that, like, this zip line.
I just use it.
Yeah. You
Abuse
just
it.
use the zip line constantly. It helps you get around so much faster. Like, I really think it's a game changer for this series. I don't see them doing, you can't go back after this.
So what does that mean, though? Like, does that limit them creatively of where they can go? Because you want to have this kind of functionality? I mean, you can't just be throwing a rope, around a chimney stack. You need, like, something that's going to shoot that.
I suppose that's true. I guess the assumption is that, like, maybe they don't go much further back in time than this anymore.
Right.
Maybe we're spending more time in the 1800s, 1900s, whatever, with those assassins, which wouldn't be outlandish. Generally, the series has been progressing forward in the timeline,
What is this music? I feel like I'm in the Shire or something right now.
Question from Twitch. How unique are each of the boroughs?
They feel pretty similar overall to me. I would say the one that does feel definitely different to me is Westminster, but that's because like Westminster is the area that has, when you think about London, it has the things like Westminster Abbey and it has Buckingham Palace. So it's got some of the more iconic places in it. And
St. Paul's Cathedral right there.
Oh yeah, and that's here. But
They originated here, Wade. Then they put it on a boat
yeah.
and sent it to Minneapolis.
Anyway, so I would say don't expect the boroughs to have this sort of like
There it is.
drastically different feeling to them, but I guess I'd say on the other hand of that, there are a lot of cool and recognizable landmarks all over the place, like the cathedral, like the National Gallery, or whatever, things like that.
Yeah, and my take on the game so far, I think it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It really hasn't blown me away yet. I've run into a lot of bugs on Xbox One, and that's what we're playing on here. So we might see some stuff.
Yeah, I did my review on the PS4 version, and and that was with the day one patches that are out there. So that's what my experience is based on.
Here we go.
And this never gets old in this series. To me.
Well,
I
except when
always
it's
love
dark
this.
and foggy and.
Oh yeah, there's that. But Reiner and I were talking about this off camera before. Is that like they've come a long way from the old days of this series where it was just like you're climbing. The viewpoints are just you climbing 10 identical towers or something. Like I think
Cool.
they do a good job of making the things that you're climbing be sort of interesting. And another thing that the zipline does that I love.
She's totally dead.
Totally.
She's done.
Yep, she's dead in the
Thanks
leaf
for watching,
pile.
everyone.
I love the fact that the zipline means that you no longer have to just like do that like, oh, I'm shimmying up a tower here. Oh, I can't find a ledge. I need to like scooch along the side and see if I can find another ledge, which just ended up kind of being time consuming. And the
Right.
zipline just means that, like, I mean, you can stand at the base of Big Ben and look up and just be like at the top of Big Ben in a matter of seconds. So
Look, I found a book.
pressed
Pressed flowers.
Yeah,
Cool.
there are lots of collectibles in this game.
Oh, do I have medicine? Let's see.
Joe, do they
Yeah,
make you climb towers and then give you leap of faith with no carton of hay or no piles of leaves, like any fake outs? Or you always survive? I think that would be great if they faked you out. Like, no, you're dead.
Oh no!
They never fake you out.
Someone left their hat.
Or someone got eaten.
Because that's not a leap of faith.
no.
That's a leap of certainty. Anyway.
Yeah.
I feel bad about that hat. I don't want to leave that.
Reiner, there are plenty of dumb hats all over London.
All right, let's go to the train. I'm going to warp to a train. We'll talk a little bit more about your review here.
Okay.
So the train is always moving. This is your hub. So you remember it was over here before. And you can fast travel it to it, or you could just catch it on the fly and jump
Yeah.
onto it.
I will say that was one of the strangely like satisfying aspects of this game is just as I'm like wandering around and go up into a train station, all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's my base. I'm gonna step in.
Do they choo-choo you? Like, hey, what's up, Jacob? Choo-choo.
I don't think so.
No? All right. I mean, they have a horn for a reason, damn it.
Hey, what up?
Choo-choo. So what are we looking at here?
We'll turn around first. So
Get my loot.
yeah, so fans of the series will recognize the idea of a sort of like passive income. The one thing that I really don't get about
Whoa.
this that I found kind of like frustrating is that previous games tell you what your income is. It's like, hey, your chest can hold this much money. Every this many minutes, you get this amount of money. This game doesn't break it down like that for you. It's just you just sort of like go back to your base and sometimes you have money, and it doesn't really give you the specifics of it, which I like was not super satisfying for me, but I did like getting the money.
So here's the assassination wall, and it's weird because at any point they give you access between whatever sequence you're up to and then 8.
I don't know why they let you do 8 like that.
So this is where we're at in the game. We have like one mission left, and not to spoil the story about any of this stuff, but it's about like syrup or something.
Yeah.
I don't really know what that's about. So I have one more mission, and here's the thing. I have to suggested level 5, and it's throbbing because it's like you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, that's not the one. That's the train mission.
Yeah. So, but that's telling us is I should not do that yet until I am a higher level.
Yeah,
Because taking on levels, like very RPG-esque, like you can go into some of these zones and there will be like level 9 enemies and you will not be able to touch them.
yeah, because I wasn't initially sure how it worked, but I guess what happens is that when you gain levels, in addition to just the skills when you buy skills, you gain levels, but in addition to just the new abilities that gives you, increasing in levels just gives you some sort of baseline increase in like your attack power, your health, like your sort of stats. So
So what should we do here? Should we do?
go to the find the mission. There should be a mission that had like the Eevee hood on it. It was right where you were standing on the train. Maybe.
Oh, so get on the train here.
Yeah, like see. Well, go turn around. So it's wherever that icon
There, right
is.
there.
It might be talking to Henry or something. So we don't want that one.
There we go.
Yeah, we want this one.
All right. Here's another assassin. He has a cool shirt.
So there was some talk before this game came out about the fact that, like, oh, you use Jacob for 75% of the game and Eevee for 25%,
Right.
which I think is a fair assessment in terms of like how the required story missions break down, because they're kind of doing different things. Jacob is off doing more assassination stuff, and Eevee is off looking for a piece of Eden.
But this material is invaluable.
But
Look,
you can use either
Says the
character for
London
all of your like
Assassins
running
find
around. So I ended up playing as Eevee for like the
Eden is
vast
supposed to heal
majority
even
of the
the
game,
greatest
even
injury.
though that I only had to for
If the
a
assassins have
few
done
missions.
something like this, surely father would have known.
Okay. Real talk.
there must be
Okay.
something we're missing.
The storytelling of Assassin's Creed. Right now, they're talking about Eden and these artifacts and all this stuff again.
Uh-huh.
Do they need to get away from this now because they've
These
kind
are
of just
directions.
nuked the future storytelling? You know, after 3, it really took a different turn. Went to that game development studio. You still have some of it in this game. The first thing you see in the game is in the future.
Yeah.
One can hardly refuse.
Should they just focus on going to cool periods and telling cool stories in that time without having those hooks that relate to this whole finding these artifacts?
I think that they need to pick one or the other, because like I agree, I think it feels sort of directionless in the way the modern story is, and I don't think that gets much. I mean,
There you go.
there is some modern stuff that happens in this game. Like that storyline does progress a little bit,
Right.
but like compared to the first 3 Assassin's Creed games, where there was sort of there was an imminent threat, right? There was like, okay, this bad thing's gonna happen. We need to beat the Templars to these artifacts. We need to stop this solar flare from destroying the Earth. So no matter what, you kind of cared about. I mean, like you saw the horizon. You knew where things were going.
Right.
And it just feels so aimless now. It's like, okay, so I guess the Assassins and Templars are fighting over artifacts, and sometimes they get them, and sometimes they don't, and there's no sense of consequence to it.
And there was an intimacy to Desmond. I know a lot of people didn't like him, but the way his story started, where he was kind of this prisoner, this kind of experiment, stuck in this room, and you saw what kind of happened to him at the end there. Real nice kind of Lost-esque mystery.
Yeah.
They just kind of lost all that. Like,
Yeah.
and there's no intimacy anymore. And even these characters, as cool. What just happened? Oh boy.
There you have it.
I don't feel a connection to him like I did with, Altair, Ezio.
Yeah,
Even
well-
Connor, like, is as
what-
big of a douchebag as he was and poorly fleshed out. I kind of felt his, sympathy for him at times. And these characters, I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
They're just kind of faceless.
Yeah, well, and I think part of the consequence of, or like part of the reason for that
That makes
is the fact that, like,
You heard that
Still
horse
intend
fart.
to enter.
yeah, it did
Sorry,
sound like
okay.
that. Yeah.
If this is a Templar
So,
stronghold, it won't get
I think
any
people
easier.
got connected to
Don't
Ezio
worry.
and Altair
well
specifically
away from
because they
this
kept
new city.
reappearing in games.
Right.
Like you get a chance to connect, and since then, Ubisoft has been like changing the protagonist every. It's like
Of course.
now it's Connor, now it's Edward, now it's who. So you don't get that chance to build like a continuing story with them.
Is
I
this
really
the Kenway? I think it is.
Yeah. So what they're doing, this is Edward Kenway, the star of Black Flag. This is like his mansion in London that Hatham, Connor's dad, inherited. So you're going here to try and find some Templar secrets.
Okay, these guys are pretty high level. Well, I see one secret. It's a piano.
Joe, there was a question a little while back
Yeah.
about does the zip line kind of ruin the spectacle of the parkour? You think you said it made it more streamlined, right?
Well, so I think the answer to that is the spectacle of the parkour has maybe gotten less spectacle in the series at this point. For me anyway, and I think a lot of other players, is that like I just kind of like either they could do something to make the climbing feel new and more entertaining,
Like backflips.
Yeah, or I mean, I don't know, something new to it.
Backflips.
But as it was, I felt like it was kind of getting stagnant, and I feel like the zip line, though it removes some of the need to parkour all over the place, I think is a sort of different kind of thrill, if that makes any sense.
I'm gonna try to be good for you people out there and do some decent stealth, but once it gets hairy, I let loose.
You seem to be doing all right.
Yeah. That guy's level 5. I'm scared of him. So I'm gonna go stab him.
like I'm being watched.
Oh, you can do it.
Stab him in the butt. Yeah. What do we got here?
Do you have your?
Why isn't she not interact there?
Something from Edward Kenway's time.
Oh, nice dumb hat.
Oh man, remember that day?
Why aren't you sad about that hat being left there?
Because he's dead.
Oh, all right.
He's long and gone.
You
He
don't
might have
know.
had a good life, but I don't know. I don't care. I just care about living people. Oh, what is this, Joe?
That's a locked door.
Is there a lockpicking minigame?
There's not.
Oh.
You do need, so the way they handle, so Unity had a lockpicking minigame. That was not fun. But in this game, basically you just need to buy the lockpicking
He didn't
skill.
see anything. He didn't see it. Oh, God. You all saw it.
So I played Unity recently, and one of the things about it that bothered me was I felt the combat felt kind of sluggish and unresponsive, and I think that they fixed that here.
How is it locked from both sides?
I don't know.
Nice door, London. You guys suck. Soccer
But
hooligans and
I
double
felt,
locks.
I
What is
felt like the
this?
combat in this is just a lot like faster, more responsive. It just felt better to me. Do you have any comment on that?
It's still janky in that Assassin's Creed way, but I like the language it uses better, if that makes sense, for counters and stuff like that. It seems, and defeating their defense. It's very rock, paper, scissors still to a degree. There's kind of 3 things you're doing. You're punching,
I see
you're
what you're
countering, or you're. Ooh, I found. Man, this boat seemed a lot bigger in Black Flag.
I wish
But
Father could have seen
he
this.
must have been just like this.
Oh yeah. Edward Kenway was a 2-inch man.
That could be taken a lot of ways. But let's see. Is this door going to be locked? Am I just screwed?
I don't think. Oh, okay. There we go.
Cutscene. But it is better by a hole.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Though the one combat
What are
thing
we
about
looking
this
for?
game that bothers me a little
I'm
bit
not quite sure.
is that like the dude, it's really obvious how the enemies like attack very politely, one at a time, taking their turns. It's kind of strange.
What are the Templars not seeing?
Yeah, they just kind of stand around.
Something only we can.
What?
Oh, you failed the bonus objective.
Oh, I did already? I was just goofing around.
Yeah, you can't hit a wrong note to get the bonus objective. You blew it.
What? What was... You're kidding, right?
The bonus objective, no. You blew it.
Oh, but I could still play with the piano.
Oh yeah, you can still do it. You just don't get the bonus thing. Which actually I should point out, the bonus objectives in previous games I've known people who've like restarted checkpoints if it's like, "Oh, I really wanted to finish this mission like get 100% without touching the ground or something." You don't need to worry about it. The only rewards you really get for it in this game are like extra experience and extra money, and neither of those things are
I love the sound.
those aren't remotely limited resources.
Enough
So
to pass as a genteel young lady if I need to.
I would love to hear you play if the opportunity presents itself.
Frere Jacques.
Frere
Is that
Jacques.
how you pronounce that?
I have no idea.
Frere Jacques.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly how the French people say
Clearly
it.
Kenway had a strong sense of spectacle.
I don't even think that song's Frere Jacques.
It's pretty damn close. All right. So, I guess we just go down here into the dock. Someone's playing a harp down here or something.
This is incredible.
is a cool mission so far. This is one of the better ones I've seen in the game.
The Ultimate Spaz says has not seen Andrew Recliner in a live video in a while.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I found something.
You did it.
You guys, I'm playing really well, by the way. I'm doing really good.
You're nailing these cutscenes.
Whoa. Do you have your hallucinogenic dart yet? Have you done that mission?
Okay. I don't think so.
You say you heard music. There was no opening there before.
There's a giant gaping hole in the floor.
Wait, where did the hole go? I thought there was a hole right here.
Joe, I think you've addressed this before, but I think it's a good question. Does Jacob and Eevee feel like different characters, gameplay-wise? Or do they feel like the same with different skins?
Not really. Like I did mention before, they have some different unique skills at the very bottom of the skill trees. So, like, they do have some different aptitudes, but ultimately, I think the goal isn't to, like...
filled with assassin history.
I didn't develop the game. I don't know what the goals are, but it feels to me like the idea is not to make the two characters feel distinct and then make people switch between them for one or the one task or the other task.
Right.
So much as like if you like Eevee and want to play as Eevee, you can do that, and if you like Jacob and want to play as Jacob, you can do that. So the characters are basically equivalent with just some small sort of things that give them a little more personality.
I mean, I did that piano puzzle right. Like, the first try.
You want to the piano went bum, 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 bum. And then you said Frere Jacques.
See, these are the kind of... the way you describe that is like what makes me cry myself to sleep every night. Like, what the hell did I just do? Oh, boy, what a life.
Some people commenting on the lockpicking mechanism. In Unity, I swear I upgraded all the way and still could not do those freaking mini games.
I just hate, like...
Whoa, that's a nice horse.
I put a story, like a sort of joke feature up on the website a while ago that was just like, a comprehensive list of all the best lockpicking mini games, and it was just a completely empty list because there's never been a good or fun lock. I mean, there have been some that have been more tolerable than others, but I have never had a good time.
Yeah.
I've never liked those in a game once.
I thought the Burial at Sea Part 2 one was at least better because it gave you like some reward if you did it right.
Yeah, maybe, but at the same time, like any time I do that, you always just want what's in there. You never want to have to jump through some dumb hoop to do it. And that's what I like, at least about the way Syndicate handles it, is that like if you have the skill that lets you pick locks, you can pick locks. You don't need to do anything special for it.
Oh, these are level 6s. Run!
Well, you do need to pick up that person.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
All right, I'll just lure him over here. See, look at how little of damage I'm doing to this guy.
Oh, yeah, you do. Get out of there.
Yeah, I will.
The Ultimate Spaz wonders, how is the plot in this one?
I would say...
It's my review of it.
It's straightforward, I guess. Like, it feels...
Whoa, crap, I didn't expect that.
To me, it feels like a callback to some older, like Assassin's Creed 1, plot-wise, in that it has a very structured and predictable thing. Like, very early in the game, they're like, this is the bad guy. This is the guy you fight at the end. And then each sequence that you do is just a little piece of you, like, finding one of his associates and assassinating them. So it's very structured. There aren't, like, a lot, there's no, like, blow your hair back, super mind twist or anything like that.
Blow your hair back. I'd love to see that, like you playing Bioshock and your hair just like, whoa.
Well, it wouldn't work for me, but yeah.
Your glasses just rocketing back.
So I guess that's to say, like, I don't feel like the story is bad in the way I did with Black Flag, for instance, where I was just like, in Black Flag, I was like, who are these characters? Why am I doing what I'm doing? What's happening? And at least those sorts of elements are very clear.
You're a pirate. You're doing pirate things.
Okay. So That's sort of my 2 cents
Gotcha.
story-wise.
Am I taking her to that?
Yep.
So I should have been paying attention.
Yeah, well, so what you should have been doing actually is kidnapping this character rather than killing them
Yeah,
and
that's-
delivering the corpse.
I hate
But,
that mechanic.
You know what? I do too. I did not like the...
Whoa! I'm not responsible for that.
This game introduces a new thing where you can kidnap people to sort of like take them alive.
There's just a gunfight. I'm just going to take this body.
Just
You
grab
guys-
them and go. Grab them and go.
It won't let me.
Oh,
Can I?
better kill that police officer, I guess.
Really?
Oh no, there you go.
Oh, you told
Okay.
me to.
Whatever. It's fine.
Can I put her in a carriage?
Probably, yeah. I think you can hide bodies.
It won't
in
let me
carriages.
take her because I think there's a guy over here.
Yeah, no. I think everyone's dead now.
No, there's like a
No,
a red
you're good.
blip.
You're good.
There.
He's not fighting though.
Okay, here we go. Can I put her in a carriage?
Yeah, give it a shot.
Someone wants to know about the future segments in the game. If there are any,
Yeah, there are some cutscenes, but not like playable interactive future stuff. There's also something that we might get to it in this live stream towards the end. We might get to it if people don't mind a little bit of spoilery stuff. But there's there's some future stuff that advances that plot a little bit, and that's all I'll say about it for now.
can you wall run?
No. You can climb up walls.
No Prince of Persia stuff
No.
going on here.
No.
Did it. Flawless.
Your ability to congratulate yourself is pretty amazing.
Frederick Aberline loved it. He's going to give me a gunslinger coat.
He just gave you a gun.
That's cool. There we go. Look at that. Progress. So we should go. What do you think, Joe? Are we going to... Do I got to go... So I got to assassinate... I got to do this.
Right. So the end of each of the sequences culminates in a straight up like assassination mission, and that's the one you have left in here in sequence 4.
And as you can see here in a second, that's 1,000 clicks out. So I'm going to need a carriage because that's crazy talk.
You can also fast travel, but the load times are slow enough that you might just be better off.
You think? I could... Oh, I don't have it yet. But I
well-
could fast travel here.
Oh yeah, that'll get
Let's
you
do
there
that.
faster. Yeah.
Do you like this more than Black Flag?
I
do-
don't.
I do, yeah. I do, but like I think Black Flag. There were lots of things I liked about Black Flag, but it is definitely not my favorite Assassin's Creed.
You were a
game.
pirate.
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of...
That is
That's
the,
just Reiner's go-to.
That is the basic plot summary of Black Flag.
Well, the thing is, with Black Flag, it felt like such a different franchise. It was like a pirate game with Assassin's Creed slapped on top of it, right? I really like that. I liked exploring the seas, doing all that stuff, building up the pirate strongholds, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that was super cool, but I don't know. This is more a lot like Unity, improved in certain areas, but still kind of missing some of that soul, in my opinion.
Okay, because for me, like in Black Flag, I got so sick of the naval battles. in
Seasick.
that, which is, I mean, like that game is all about being a pirate and being out on the sea. Like I love the exploration, I love the upgrading. I hated the characters, and I hated all of the ship battles. And I hated that you needed to grind those ship battles to get materials all the time, and that boarding every ship felt exactly the same every time. You know, like, all I'm saying, I had my issues with it.
How many weapons can you take with you on a mission?
One. Well, you have one standard you have one standard melee weapon, but a few different options. You can equip. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Kukri?
Sure.
I don't know.
That sounds right.
Kukri. It's like those little curved swords. And then you can have brass knuckles and you can have cane swords, and those are your three basic classes of weapons.
Oh my gosh. I can't be on a carriage to look at my weapon.
No,
Well, why is that?
because it won't let you change weapons there. I don't know.
That's weird.
But beyond that, you do have other tools that you have with you all of the time, and that's you have a gun, you have throwing knives, you have hallucinogenic darts, you have smoke bombs, and you have electric bombs.
Joe, according to the internet, it is Australian kookery, but because it's Australian, you pronounce it knife.
Knife. That's not a knife.
Who is this guy?
Kukri.
He's having some problems with clipping.
Yeah.
Poor old man.
Yeah. Though I will say, I can't think of a single just like giant open world game like this that is technologically super polished.
I want everyone in the chat, Twitch, YouTube, to list right now their favorite Assassin's Creed game.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll try to pull out, see what's the most popular. I'm guessing 2 are Brotherhood, but Black Flag, people loved it.
People love Black Flag, too. Man, that beard does not look fantastic.
Looks like a mop.
Yeah.
It really does.
It's too much. How are the crowd animations in this game compared to Unity?
With all respect, Mr.
The crowd looks good. I would say that this game doesn't showboat its crowds in the same way. I mean, like, there's still areas that are very crowded, but there are also times in Unity where I felt like they were just throwing too many people in one spot for it to feel like you couldn't move through a crowd without like some weird sort of glitch happening, one person sort of teleporting onto top of someone else's head or something like that, you know? That was Charles Darwin, by the way, we were talking to.
Yeah,
Whoa.
what was he saying again?
He's basically telling us to go kill some guy. So we have some skill points to spend.
Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time in these menus, but
If you're gonna,
I like this.
I would go for if you want to get better at fighting bigger groups of people.
Mhm.
Go for that skull, not the other skull. Mutilate. That's a good one.
Okay, let's do it. I'm all about the knife. Inventory, we haven't shown this yet. So weapons, I have a lot of money, Joe. I'm level 4.
Yeah. So you could buy a level 4. Like I'd go with. He's really
I have
better.
that.
He's pretty good with with the knuckles. Oh, those aren't quite as strong.
That one. But I need to be level 5. But I can just rock this right now.
Yeah, just go for that one. That's fine.
And gear, I like him looking like he's slightly homeless.
Yeah, then other things you buy for him, this is kind of his intro outfit. The other things you buy for him have him in like a jaunty top hat. But
How do you guys feel about the lack of multiplayer?
I like it. I mean, for me, I don't mean to be like flip about it, but like the Assassin's Creed games have always been single player games to me.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I played a little bit of co-op in Unity, and like, I was like, that's kind of fun, but like, I don't like the multiplayer thing that they have set up for it generally. It's not that I dislike it, but it doesn't grab me.
Yeah, I'm glad they focused on a single player campaign, all their development efforts just on this and not like appeasing everyone at once, right?
Yeah.
Or even like playing Unity, having those, is it this way? Yeah.
Yeah.
Having those co-op missions in there just kind of threw it off. It's like, well, I can't do this right now.
Yeah. Well, and it's weird when it gets obtrusive, like it was in Unity, where it's like you're walking around and then there's just some guy standing there that's like prompting you to do a mission, but you need someone else to do it. And I didn't like that. Yeah. So for me, the absence of multiplayer is just a non-factor. It's all of the games are basically single-player games to me.
So I need to get down there. It's weird. It's like a synchronization icon.
Yeah. So that's basically we'll see when we get there. That's sort of how you remember in Unity when before you'd start an assassination, you'd sort of do the like, oh, there's an opportunity here and an opportunity here, and the thing, getting to those gold spots is how you sort of assess the situation.
And talk about these items I'm getting, chemicals, all that stuff.
Yeah, so there are 4 different crafting materials, and that's how you.
Are these bad guys?
No,
'Cause they're in blue.
they're like police officers.
Okay.
They'll detect you,
Can I murder them?
Yeah, but like, don't.
What? Why? He's right there.
Open up your map. You want to get out of here.
Why? It's giving me this gold thing right here.
Are you sure that's inside? Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
Just open the door, you dingus. Seriously, it's right there.
You might be, there might just have been a clearer way in there from outside. Like there might be an open door or something.
Excuse me. It's up. Okay, it's right there.
That piano was really out of tune.
What kind of party is this? What are you gentlemen wearing?
This is a mental hospital.
Oh, okay.
Not a party.
I was like, eyes wide shut for a second. What? Okay, now I'm in it. Let's get out of here. Up we go.
The Great Owl says, still waiting for Feudal Japan Assassin's Creed. I think that would be really fun.
Oh, jeez. Mental hospital? Yeah, right. These guys got guns.
I don't know why they haven't done Feudal Japan yet.
It seems like a natural choice.
It really does. And I don't know if, I really just don't know why. Like, they must have some reason because they know people, like, they know it's one of the first things people think of.
I really didn't want to hurt anyone here.
Maybe maybe they don't have an idea. Maybe they don't know how to do it, like, different. Because there have been lots of games set in Japan, you know.
Oh, boy.
Maybe they're looking for a way to make it stand out better. I don't know.
Sorry. You guys are just doing your job.
Maybe
you.
maybe they're afraid that, having battles set on Japanese history got a bad rap from Sony's press conference from E3 2006 with the giant enemy crab.
Yeah.
Please, gentlemen, just enough with the guns. I think my best bet is going upstairs. I didn't mean to do that.
All right.
All right, so what is this? Oh, here we go.
You're really doing it.
Where would I find the doctor?
Okay. You're good. You're good.
Found my window. Is he wearing a tie? No.
You need to wait until they stop looking for you, and then
Oh, he
it'll
blew it.
progress.
That guy has no idea what he's doing.
How are the side activities? Are they unique or repetitive?
There are a lot of them. So if there's one that's getting sort of tiresome, I think you can switch it up. With that being said, like I spent a good chunk of time kind of grinding through the London conquering, right? Those it gets repetitive. Yeah.
What?
So this is our target, the Gross Doctor.
Oh.
As you've just witnessed, the application of
His
too
pain
much
is
pressure
gone.
can
I am a
sometimes
genius.
result in unexpected outcomes. Unfortunately, it appears I've ruined the organ.
Huh.
Send up a cadaver.
At once, Dr. Lidson.
Can I be the cadaver? And then...
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
I don't care about your ethics, and I care even less about your damn patience. Now hand over your keys.
And your hair looks like pretzels.
Haven't you heard? You're fired. Now bugger off.
Jerk.
All right. Friendly.
A little blood on the window.
Okay, so before you go past this,
Mm-hmm.
every assassination has this what they call like the unique kill opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do those for everyone. You want to do everything you can to do those because those are the ones that are like the cool.
Those guys are my guys, right?
Yep, green is the rooks. They're on your side.
Okay, there's a...
So climb like straight up above the door.
Okay. What?
I'll hold the LB button.
Get in there. Hold on, just checking the window frame.
Hold LB.
Looks good. I am holding LB. And go.
That's RB.
Get in there.
Ryan,
Get in there.
What are you doing?
There.
You were holding RB for the record.
No. I eat Arby's. I was holding a LB.
Okay.
Check the tape. Okay. Here we go.
So turn around and talk to the woman right behind you.
No. What is the identify thing, by the way?
It just, well, we'll see. So it shows you what the character is, and then sort of what you need to do to activate their sort of role in the assassination. Sometimes you might need to like kidnap someone.
Oh, young man, help! I must speak with Miss Nightingale at once. One of the brutes stole my key, and there's no one around. I can't get out of here.
Stole your key? Don't go anywhere. I might be able to do something.
Oh, quite. Thank you, sir.
You can just murder people.
You told me not to before.
Who cares?
How am I doing?
Good so far.
I'm in the wrong line of work.
Okay, now what do you want me to do?
Am
I going upstairs? Oh.
So there should be an option to steal something somewhere. Go into your...
Well, there's the red dot.
Yeah, that's kill that guy. We don't want to do that.
Okay.
We want to steal the master key.
I want to
So go to
stab
that.
this guy. Real quick. And that guy's got his back to me. I can probably take care of him. It's relative ease. He's mesmerized by fire.
Aren't we all?
Okay.
There we go. Oh,
What? Where? What? How? Who? Huh? Okay, he's got the key.
yeah. That works out. That works out for us. And he's also only level 2, so...
Oh!
That did not turn out very well for him.
Okay. So we got his key.
Okay.
No one else is alerted. This is good.
So now, we want to go back to the area that you were in before. That...
Like out this way?
Yeah. I
Like
don't...
down there?
I don't know...
The dungeon?
Yeah, but I don't know exactly how to get there from here, so we might be able to just go back to where you were.
Like
out and
up
over.
here?
Yeah.
There's something very peculiar about that Dr. Elliotson. Dr. Elliotson cannot be allowed to continue his experimentations.
Oh.
Nice.
I must speak to Nurse.
Joe, how are the finishing moves? The combat overall looks better.
I like them. Sometimes you get a little bit caught up in like... There's maybe a little too much flourish to them, you know, like you get caught in a kind of long kill animation and it gets a little weird, but I also like each of the weapons sort of has unique kill opportunities, so killing someone with the sword cane looks different than killing them with the kukri, looks different than killing them with brass knuckles.
So we're thinking go through this window.
Yeah, let's give that a shot. And then, because like I know where you're going from a point, but I'm not sure how to get there.
First tryner.
Question from YouTube. In situations like these, are there any in-game mechanics used as lures or distractions to separate groups or targets?
You can whistle again, which they took away in Unity. And I think maybe in Rogue also.
I would have liked to have been in that meeting. Should we bring back the whistle? That was kind of cool, right?
Because like in Unity, I think they used like firecrackers as a distraction, and that was stupid.
Okay.
So
I'm in.
Okay, this is right. So, and yes, there is a lure that you can use that I used it sometimes, but not super often. Okay, this is we're going in the right place. Kill that guy.
I'll get his friend around the corner.
Cool. I get it. Corner in the corner.
Yeah, and then
Double assassinate those guys.
Can I do it from up here?
You should be able to.
No.
You have to get closer, but I bet you can still do it. Or you could also just throw knives at it.
Like this?
Oh, yeah. Wait until they're both highlighted.
It's okay.
You can just kill one of them.
They have surprise. Where are they keeping those? Okay, so there's the blocking. So they want you to hit A button to break their block. This guy's dead. Break his block. Kill this guy. Block that guy or dodge that guy. Keep punching. Block again.
It's one of the things I do like about this combat is that it brings back for me a little bit more of a feel of like what it was like to control Ezio, where it's easier to.
He's already dead.
That's what I mean about sort
What
of.
is he doing?
That's what I mean about a little bit long when they go on the kill animations. Okay, so behind that guy on the table, there's a stairway down. This is where we want to go to for our unique kill.
Okay. Pretty good checkpoints so far in the game, I've found.
Yeah, they're really good. I never hit a point where I felt like I had to do too much to get back to where I was. Which is also helpful if you run into some dumb glitch that you need to restart the checkpoint to get rid of.
I want to do this right.
Switch to your throwing knives.
How do I switch my
left on the D-pad.
So some people think that the heads-up display is a little crowded. Is there a way to cancel out any of the icons, or are they always like that?
I think there is actually a way to minimize the HUD in the options. I don't remember exactly which elements you can take away or how that works. But I know that there is a way to do it.
the hell is he up to?
Okay, so go into Eagle Vision for a sec, and do
Where's he
your
going?
do your identify on him.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so you basically need to like grab that no, grab that cadaver, not that one. There.
Corpse.
Hide the corpse.
Okay.
To anyone joining us right now, how would you say the glitches have been in the last hour or so?
I think in general, in the last hour or so, and my feelings in general, are that they're pretty much the same tier that I've seen in previous Assassin's Creeds. That doesn't make them less annoying, but I'd say apart, like sometimes you have to restart a checkpoint or something like that, but apart from that, it's nothing that's as catastrophic as they were in Unity.
All right. Good plan. Foolproof.
It's gonna work. You're gonna love this, Reiner.
Getting kind of Hitman vibe with these different types of things.
And like I said, all of the main assassinations have this unique kill method that let you do something clever for the kill, so you're not just, fighting them normally.
Ooh, I like this camera view.
You'll like this a lot.
Here it is, Doctor.
Do I have to Shenmue this? Is it going to be a quick time event?
Yep. You don't have to worry about it.
We will continue our
It'll give you a
experiment
prompt and then you can just do it.
In a moment, we
But you
will
can also
compare
wait a
the
little.
brains of our two specimens. Since both specimens had a propensity towards violent behavior,
Whenever
we
you're ready.
should see similar protrusions in specific parts of their brains. Corpses do not help.
Yeah! Jeez, that's a dark pause.
Yep.
Wow. He's already dead, dude. You can't talk to him.
Well,
Last it ends.
Oh, there we go.
I know some people thought that these are a little corny, but this is seriously like one of my favorite parts of the Assassin's Creed series. How when you do the kill, and then it takes you to this weird sort of zone where you have a conversation with the person you just killed. I love when they do that.
It's
Pretty brutal in concept.
Yeah. Well, they cut it down. They used it a lot in the first Assassin's Creed, and then minimized it later.
Reminds me of that show Dead Like Me. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where she would talk to him or whatever.
Yeah.
It can solve all the world's woes with a flick of a blade. Have you ever pondered the consequences
I also like because
of
like
your actions, Jacob Fry?
it does give a little bit of dimension. So like you find out what these people's motivations were and why they were doing what they were doing. They weren't necessarily all just like totally bad guys. But they're usually pretty terrible. They're not nice folks.
Are we going to be able to show a spoiler here pretty quick?
We should. If we want to do that spoilery sequence, I think that comes up in
What was that?
sequence 5.
Why did he do that?
It's a thing that both he and Eevee do. When they kill one of their targets, they
It's like Dexter?
yeah, they like take a souvenir. They wipe some of their blood on a handkerchief.
Yeah. Oh, so now I even have some gameplay. Okay.
Yep. You just escape and then.
The guy, the quickest turn of his life.
You can just book it.
I know, but this is so much fun. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like I'm in a groove, but these guys are level 6. So
Yeah, 5 and 6. Have you set up any multi-kills yet? That's pretty cool.
I've done like stabbed a guy in the chest and the other in the face.
Oh, okay, yeah. You've done it.
What is this? It's like Star Wars Death
think-
Star planning area?
Yeah, I don't think there's actually a way out from in here.
Okay. Go this way.
Take a left.
There's a point right there.
And then he tells me to bugger off.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Just go straight up here.
Yeah. Although, kind of like Zoolander with these ladders, man. How do I... There.
There we go.
And book it.
Yeah. So that's another way that they sort of go back to some of the good things in the very first Assassin's Creed, I feel like. It's the idea of like the kill and the escape. And the kill feels like something special, not like just some normal fight where you're just fighting the guys like any other enemies.
And what are we looking at here? So this is a controlled area. I just got to kill the guys in yellow.
So, yeah. So when you...
What?
Here we go. So here's our bad guy.
Syrup production has ceased. Outrageous!
Fry intends to endanger all of London at the hands of the mob.
Or perhaps it doesn't intend much of
He's got
anything
Brian
at all.
Shea hair.
Simply content to dice with our lives.
He looks like the dude
Silence,
from
shut
Peaky
up.
Blinders, the brother.
Medical care
Yeah.
throughout the city is in disarray. He cannot understand the consequences of his actions. The man is clearly an anarchist.
Gentlemen, this tea was brought to me from India by a ship, then up from the harbor to a factory, where it was packaged and ferried by carriage to my door, unpacked in the larder and brought upstairs to me. All by men and women who work for me, who are indebted to me, Crawford Starrick, for their jobs, their time, the very lives they lead. They will work in my factories, and so too shall their children. And you come to me with talk of this Jacob Fry, this insignificant blemish who calls himself assassin? You disrespect the very city that works day and night so that we may drink this miracle, this tea.
I'm nearing the end of my research. Our beloved London shall not suffer such a bothersome fool for much longer.
And what of the sister I've heard of, Miss Fry?
Miss Fry shall be gutted. Soon enough.
They sure do like tea in London.
Delicious.
He's a cool... Delicious.
Sorry to interrupt, Initiate.
Uh-oh.
I'd like to know that Sean and Rebecca
Future
got
stuff.
away from Otzoberg.
Yeah.
Berg runs a unit called Sigma Team. Violet DaCosta is his tech support. They've been hunting and killing assassins for a long time.
So this is basically what the future stuff kind of is sort of...
Put a lot of...
Cut scenes like this, some audio stuff. Is Rebecca back? Sean back?
Who could forget Sean?
Thank God you're all right.
I'm still kind of mad about the unceremonious way they wrote Kristen Bell out of this.
Yeah, it's awful. She was such a cool addition to it, too.
Yeah. And it's like, we killed her, P.S. She was a spy. Goodbye.
The Peace of Eden is in London.
The Initiate's data sync suggests it's the Shroud.
The Templars seem to want it pretty bad all of a sudden. They must know something we don't.
The only thing we know is that
All right,
we
one of
can't
these
go
characters
against
has been
Sigma Team
over-designed. Can you figure out which one?
In the meantime, keep a low profile.
Yeah, those
Let the
glasses.
Initiate continue to sync the data.
Dear God.
It's like she just crawled out of a toy box, like a 3-year-old's toy box.
Right.
Backpack, hat, headphones, belts.
Pouches everywhere.
Yeah.
Even one on an elbow pouch I've never seen before. Yeah, I like that cutscene with the bad guy. He was cool. I want to kill him. He seems really bad.
Yeah, well,
twirly mustache.
It's interesting that he's a little more of a subdued villain. He's not necessarily, the sort of crazy one.
Going after Hitchcock here?
Sure.
Question from a while back on the stream here.
There wasn't enough.
Sorry,
Now
cutscene.
Starrick
Oh,
has
go for it.
an omnibus company as well.
Is this just more of the
suppose he wants
same,
to
or are we
control
getting
the neighborhood
significant
workers.
differences in the game, coming from someone who fell off at Assassin's Creed 3?
Competitor, is she? Perhaps it's time I went into business.
I mean,
And Miss Fry, what are your plans?
I feel like it's a lot that feels familiar, and what it adds to the formula are steps in a good direction. That's my 2 cents. Reiner might feel differently about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I still feel like it's missing some of the soul. That last mission was really cool. We were looking for something specifically, correct?
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Zoom in. Go down to the. Here, give me the controller for a second.
Whoa, serious talk now.
Well, this is just easier to do than to explain.
Favorite villain from Assassin's Creed series? That's a good question.
I think it's got to be Rodrigo Borgia from AC2. Or I also really like Hatham Kenway.
Yeah, he was great.
But
I would say he's probably my favorite.
Yeah, for me, what was disappointing.
Jeez, Joe.
Yeah,
Reckless.
I am. For me, I just kind of wished that you could have killed Borgia yourself in 2 rather than having to wait for that to happen in Brotherhood. And you don't even get to do it then. So, I guess this thing that I'm looking for isn't open yet. Because this is basically the... Jeez! This should be about the spot on the map that we see it.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Do I got to clear out that area?
Maybe?
Or do you got to do storytelling stuff? Maybe, well, no, the synchronization points usually don't do it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Smuggler's boat.
Whatever here.
Thanks. Put me right in the drink. All right, so we can do some more story stuff.
Yeah, I mean, turn towards that... Head towards that marker just real quick to make double sure there's nothing there.
Who's rocking the flute?
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing.
For people who are tuning in recently to the stream, is it unplayably glitchy as Assassin's Creed Unity?
It's not. Nope.
Well,
it is a...
I've had some pretty serious bugs on Xbox One.
There are definitely bugs in it. I would not say that it is unplayably glitchy in the same way that Unity was. That's my feeling.
How do I use this dynamite?
Drop it, and then there should be if you back
hold it.
If you back up, or you can do that. You can also like shoot it with your gun. Get out of there!
Wait, oh, is it really going to go up?
Yes.
I barely even heard it, Joe. He's fine.
Well, it's not going to blow up the whole...
Uh-oh. Should I just detonate that
No,
one?
you have to hold it for longer. I don't know, maybe go back to the train?
I want to finish this sabotage.
I had a friend when I was a kid who pronounced the word sabotage sabotage.
Was that the deal breaker for your friendship?
Yeah, more or less. That and me moving away. But oh, there's also that great sequence of like William Shatner saying sabotage. I don't say sabotage. I say sabotage. Have you heard that?
No.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Anything with Shat's great though.
Yeah, it was like for the Star Trek animated series or something that he was like doing some voice work and having to say sabotage, and he kept saying sabotage, and I guess like one of the like voice directors or something was like, it's sabotage. He's like, I don't say that.
Okay, so I did everything I needed here. There we go.
How is London? Is it a major part of your enjoyment of the game, or is it just kind of there?
I really like the setting. Like we'd mentioned a little bit earlier, it's not like all of the different boroughs have a super distinct feel, but like I like the feeling of the river. You know, like navigating the river and all the boats going back and forth is different than just running around the rooftops. And I don't know, like it's got a good vibe to it.
Good scale to it too.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, like I've been to London before, so it's a little more. It's a little, you know, has a little more resonance for me than a place like, you know, Paris or Constantinople, where I haven't been. So
it's level 6, level 5.
Head back to the train for a second.
Joe, Constantinople isn't a city anymore. It's Istanbul.
Actually, it was Constantinople back when it was Revelations.
But you wouldn't have been able to visit it as Constantinople.
Right, but never mind.
How is the electric bomb in the game? When it was released some weeks back, people said it was ridiculous.
I didn't use it very much. I thought it was kind of... Well, I liked the other ways of dealing with guards better. Like, the whole idea of, like, stunning a guard, for me, wasn't as entertaining as, like, you know, being stealthy and killing them with throwing knives or something like that. So
what do you want me to do here?
I was wondering if maybe a new sequence would start, but I guess not. Let's spend some skill points of yours.
Sure. Yeah, I can probably level up. Well, no. I need one more.
You might want to buy that third level of stealth. That would be helpful.
Which one?
Under an ecosystem. Or not stealth.
This
Eagle Vision, yeah.
So this is the thing now. So I am level 4. And she's level 4. It won't let me switch her.
It doesn't let you switch when you're on the train. As soon as you're off the train. Well, because I think the reason is the other character is actually on the train also. So like there would be, I guess, weirdness swapping them or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, you need go to something else. Yeah, go to that.
He looks pretty cool. He looks like Blade.
Yeah. Well, he's got the top hat now. The Jacob's best outfit is just, I think it's just called Maximum Dracula.
What?
Yep.
Does he look like Dracula?
A little bit. I mean, he's not wearing fangs or anything, but it's sort of a long black leather coat kind of thing. What's that, Wade?
What do you guys think are the best skills to upgrade?
I think that it's smart to go combat with Jacob and stealth with Eevee in general. I also think it's smart to pick one of those two characters to sort of be your general, like, this is the character that I do my side activities as in general, because there are other good abilities that you want, but you don't necessarily want to waste the skill points for both of them to have. So that's things like the scavenger skills make it easier and like allow you to get more crafting materials, which you want. What else was there? I know there was scavenger. Oh, there's also a good skill. A good skill to buy is one that makes it so that when you run across like the enemy gang just on the street, they don't try to pick a fight with you. Only when you like run into them in their designated red zones. Because there are
That'd be huge. Yeah.
Yeah, there are lots of times when you're like getting ready to launch an assault, and then just some jerk shows up next to you and like starts a fight when you didn't need it.
Well,
So-
Xbox wants to hang out.
Oh, thanks, Xbox Live.
What's that glowy bit, Joe?
So that's another collectible that's out there. Those are Helix Rifts or something. Yeah.
Ever since Feathers, I've kind of given up on collecting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, you do get stuff for it. I would say the main collectible that you would want, and I mention a lot of this stuff, by the way, just for a quick plug. I just put up a beginner's guide, like a spoiler-free beginner's guide on our site that has a lot of these sort of tips in it also. But I think the music boxes are one that if you see a music box or hear it, you should probably look for that. There are a lot of them in the game, but they're harder to track down because you can't just like buy a map that shows you where all of the music boxes are. I guess you can look that up online though too. But anyway,
the 4 down there, that's my experience, right? The blue bar?
That's your level. Yeah.
But the blue bar fills up, I hit 5.
Nope. When the blue bar hits up, you get another skill point.
Okay,
when-
and then I apply it and I can hit 5.
when you get 2 more skill points, you'll be 5. The level up screen tells you how many more you need to level up.
One thing the chat's talking about is if games are getting too long to play. I know the Assassin's Creed, like I've never 100% an Assassin's Creed game. There's just way too much stuff. And with other games like Witcher and Metal Gear, I mean, do you guys think a lot of games are just getting too long to play?
Boy, that's a good question.
Yeah, I do at times. You know, for us especially, when you try to see everything you can in the year, and your big, you know, all your big AAA games are like 40 hours or 150 hours.
Yeah.
It's tough, but that's part of what makes those games so great too. It's just you get to spend so much time with these characters, you know, in The Witcher and Fallout and stuff like that. There is a big payoff for them to being so long, and you don't want to leave that world.
One thing I think that Assassin's Creed does well, and I think Metal Gear actually did fairly well also, is the sense that you don't need to engage with everything. You know, that like if you wanted to just blow through the story in Assassin's Creed, I think this game would be maybe, I don't know, my guess is maybe like 10 to 12 hours if you just did story missions. But part of what's fun about this game is the sort of like parallel story arc of like taking over London and building up all of, you know, getting all this awesome equipment and sort of, you know, that kind of thing. And that just takes more time. And if you want to get the most out of the game, you'd probably want to engage with it. But you don't necessarily have to. It's sort of, you engage with it on your own terms. For me, anyway, I thought Witcher was maybe a little, like, I felt more like the game was expecting me to do a lot more of that side content.
Right.
But, I mean, I still haven't finished Witcher.
Great game. It's a great game. Yeah, it's super huge. Ma'am, let's just end this. So suggested level 5. I'm going to try it.
All right, yeah. You'll probably be okay.
Ma'am? 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 Can we do this?
There we go.
All right. Let's see what happens.
I'm disappointed that spoiler bit wasn't showing up. I was really hoping we could do that.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Maybe after I finish this mission.
Yeah, I don't know when.
Might have time for 2 missions here. Yeah, we're going till 6.
Miss Attaway.
Yep.
Yes, may I? Oh, splendid. You're here to murder me.
I what?
No matter. Everyone has a price. Is this enough?
I'm not here to kill you.
I'm here to dance with you, ma'am.
And what's your game?
Mr. Starrick and the Milner Company have blocked your ambitions long enough. I have a business proposition for you.
Wonderful. Come with me. We have much to discuss, Mr.
Jacob Fry. At your service.
Will you be my pearl
True
fry?
words were never spoken.
They have good chemistry. Are they going to hook up?
If you'd be
I
so
guess we'll
kind
just have
as
to wait
take
to
the
see.
reins.
All right. This is the best part of the game. Here I go. Woohoo!
I've received threats against my life. Malcolm Miller has all but waged war
Take care of this carriage.
This
Be
is like,
ramming
look
it.
at the size of this thing. Looks like it could be a hot dog cart as well.
It's a
I
double
like
decker.
it.
It's the early version of the double decker bus.
I sense an opportunity that will benefit us both.
So we're going into kind of a warehousey district over here.
Yeah, it's a little more industrial over here.
For the person that asked before, here's a pretty good look at. And obviously the architecture is all pretty similar, but different industries at least.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they it's not like they're all identical.
Whoa, wait! Is this scripted?
Yes.
Get your horses out of my way! Kill Milner's employee. He's really booking it. She's just so, like, not into this.
Yeah, she's pretty
like,
chill.
whatever. I like it kind of shows like he's going to turn and then he doesn't.
Nice. Way to run those guys
Hey,
over.
you don't stand on corners like that. You all know that. Okay.
Do it again. Nice.
Was that it? Now we go somewhere else?
That's that phase of it, yeah.
Ah.
You do get
Whoa.
there is a little perk attached to just like running over as much stuff as you can.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did it.
Nailed it.
Malcolm Milner, Starrick's puppet himself.
Careful, you twats! This park scene needs to make it to the Outway depot.
He thinks he can burn my buses. Let's give him a taste of his own medicine.
Let's give him the whole damn bottle.
Let's burn his bus.
We'll turn Milner's park scene against him. But I'll need help from my gang.
Such entrepreneurial instinct, Mr. Fry. I shall leave you to it.
Reiner, I think you need Jacob Fry mutton chops.
If I could do it, I would. He just gets curly and gross. All right. Whoa. Well, you guys might come in handy.
Someone from the chat wants to know, better than Assassin's Creed 2? That's a tough one to beat.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 2 is great.
It's hard to because like so much of what I liked about Assassin's Creed 2 was like a time and place thing also.
Oh, random carriage people.
Based on what the series had been before to what it became, like there was such a huge jump. And Ezio, you can't go wrong with Ezio.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of the things that were great about Assassin's Creed 2 were ways it improved on number 1.
Yeah. Well, and the way it transformed the series into a different kind of series. There was a more open world, more activity driven. That also introduced Monteriggioni or whatever, the base building element to it.
Yeah,
right.
I love that. I miss that so much. Getting paintings and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
And it had the great, line, "It's me, Mario."
It's me, Mario.
It's kind of crazy. That's probably the most famous line of dialogue in this whole series.
Yeah. I also love the fact, even though you didn't do it correctly, at the end of Assassin's Creed 2, your goal is like assassinate the Pope, kill the Pope.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that was a pretty crazy moment.
Actually, this is an interesting question from YouTube. The day-night cycles, are they more like typical like Unity, Assassin's Creed 2 style day cycles?
It's a more, what's the way to say it? Unity, if I'm remembering correctly, had sort of set times of day that it just sort of kind of went between, which I think allowed them in Unity to make the game, to work with lighting in certain situations and just make it look prettier. I think that you lose some of that visual wow factor in Syndicate because I believe this goes back to a sort of like real-time dynamic night and day cycle.
All right. Okay, he's only level 3. So he's gonna be tough.
Oh, you're doing pretty good. See, now you could never have done this in Unity. The idea of taking on like 5 or 6 people at once was ridiculous.
All right.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. If someone could put that in a highlight reel for me, that'd be great.
I mean,
Xbox, record that. Just kidding.
Oh, Connect.
Heave ho, Jacob.
Yeah, way to talk to yourself, you douchebag. Okay. All right. Hopton's canned soup. I'd like to try that. What was soup at the time like?
Oh, okay. Because I was going to tell you, there are a variety of canned soups at your local grocery store.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No. Let's see. Now what? Ignite. Why?
It's the bad guys.
Why did I just take them? And Deacon soap.
Sorry, soup trucks.
This is gonna look cool. I'm gonna.
Yeah, slowly walking away from an explosion.
Some people at Ubisoft are watching just going, oh, man. These guys should never play our games again.
You specifically.
I made that look cool. They would have put that in a trailer. To like Limp Bizkit or something.
Oh, I have more business planned for us.
Is
both.
Skrillex still a thing?
Drop a note
Sure.
to my secretary
Okay.
to make an appointment. And
Hell yeah.
I shall reveal the next step in
All
our
right.
scheme.
I don't actually work.
I can put some Skrillex on over the mix if you want, Joe.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, for those joining us late, I'm Andrew Reiner. That's Joe Juba. Wade Wojcik is the voice you can't see.
Hello.
Or apparently, if you're on YouTube, you also can't see me.
You're just a logo.
Oh yeah, it was just I think it's just one of those like annotation that pops up that'll go away.
Oh, okay.
These missions are hilarious. Kill enemies.
I like doing
All
it
right,
because
did
it gives you. Well, yeah, it gives you a little thing like, oh, you need to do like a crowd event. You just did a set, like you've done 5 of those now, but now you need to do 10 to get the next reward, and then you need to do 15, and then 20,
Gotcha.
and then 25.
All right, so we did that mission. Let's see if our little secret thing's open
No,
yet.
it's not. I'd go down like so on the far end of the river. Go over to the river.
Where's the river? This is a river?
Yeah, zoom in on that.
This?
Yeah, on the river.
Where's the river?
There. Try go up to that the red thing with the ball and chain thing. No, that's City of London. All right, keep going to the left. Try that. That's also City of London. That's Southwark. What? All right, here. Give
Were
me
you
the controller
hallucinating?
again. I want to see what's going on.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I guess it's just not giving us any of the activities for the Tims. Maybe we need to.
The Turies?
The Tims?
Yeah, you want to do that?
Go. Yeah, okay. I'm going to play for a little bit.
Okay, have fun.
We'll see.
I can entertain the chatters.
Yeah, I haven't played on Xbox at all.
Wow, there's a lot of people chatting it up.
Yeah, have we shown off the body carrying mechanic yet? I don't remember.
We did carry a body around a little bit.
Someone wanted to know how it compared to the Metal Gear Solid carrying thing.
I'm just looking at chat. Someone says Hanson being the pterodactyl. What does that mean?
Oh, because I don't have a camera on me. He wanted the different video guys to have their own sound they make.
Ah.
Sure, why not? Hanson's kind of a pterodactyl.
I did enjoy Assassin's Creed competitive multiplayer. I thought that was fun. But do I want to play it again exactly the same? Probably not.
Well, yeah, and that's part of the problem with that multiplayer is they just kept kind of rehashing it from one entry to the next, so it never really felt like they were doing much with it, I guess.
Yeah, I'd like to see them take a shot at it again, really. But they got to do it fully, right? Like, you can't just have it be kind of an add-on. Its own game or something.
I also wouldn't mind more. I mean, like, I did enjoy the co-op that I played in Unity. I wouldn't mind that as a separate mode. I just didn't really like the way it was, like, integrated into the world all the time.
Oh, look out for the pigeon.
Can we go to something else? There we go.
This river's pretty cool. A lot of industry here.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite area of this game. Just the river in particular. I like the way it feels. Okay, I guess I can't get over there.
Oh, here. You'll be able to just... Oh, get up there.
I'll be fine. Whee! All right.
See ya. Nice.
Guys, were you genuinely excited for Assassin's Creed this year, or because it's a yearly thing these days, is it like, taking the excitement out of it for you?
I would say I was holding my breath, hoping that it would be a lot better. And I know Joe feels that way about it.
Yeah.
I don't yet. Like, I'm still not really sold on it. I'm still kind of feeling Unity-ish to it and not... I liked Black Flag, but it's a far cry, in my opinion, from
Far Cry
2 or Brotherhood still. Like, those games just nailed it.
Yeah. I don't like. For me, I was sort of okay. So there are activities, but just not the one I thought was here.
Oh,
All
what's
right.
that down there? What's that little thing?
What, this?
Yeah, up to the left slightly. No, the little face in the plaque.
There we go.
Is that it?
Yeah. Well, no, that's not the thing I was thinking of, but that's a thing we can do that should clear up this part. I don't know. We'll see.
We got
Anyhow,
about 15 minutes. We could do it.
yeah, hopefully we can do it. In general, I feel like after Unity, I was not optimistic about this. I went into it with pretty low expectations and was pretty surprised. Okay, I want to double check and make sure that that's actually in the Tims. Yeah. Okay.
Think that's it.
Yep. Or again, this isn't
leading the right way.
Yeah, I hope this is doing the right. This is taking us in the right direction.
I know what we're gonna see. Joe told me about it. It's pretty crazy. Hopefully we get to see it.
All right, my expectations are pretty high now.
It's a dinosaur.
Well, if nothing else, this gives us a sense of this is what the conquering the city mechanic is all about. Is that there's a zone, in this case like the Thames River, that is under like bad guy control, and you go in and you complete an activity and whee! That was necessary. You go in and you complete an activity, and then you liberate part of it, and you do enough of that, and the zone is sort of yours. One interesting thing, so this happens sometimes too, when you mean to go in one direction and it zips you in another.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Ryder, need me to get you some coffee? Or
yeah,
over there.
Are you flagging, man?
Watching you play. I want to play. I was doing really well today, by the way.
Yeah, you were. I want to get my hands on the Xbox version. See what if anything's different. Okay, we're out of those. Oh, we do have hallucinogenic darts. We're gonna use those right now.
You made them purple. There's the guy.
Hallucinogenic darts are like my favorite thing in Assassin's Creed games, or the Berserk darts, or whatever. You know, the things that just make the bad guys go crazy and kill each other.
Joe, have you found any cool or meaningful Easter eggs?
The closest thing is the spoilery thing that we're trying to do right now. Otherwise, nothing. I would say nothing amazing.
There's a cop right behind you.
Come on, just get him. There we go.
What are you doing with that man?
Come on, man. Get out of the way. Oh, man, I am blowing it.
Guys, what game mechanics do you think that Ubisoft can borrow from other games, or maybe their other games, to implement them into the AC series to make them better?
That's a good question.
We might actually, I was talking to one of our interns, Marcus, we might actually have a feature like that coming up here pretty soon.
Okay. I would, not to, I don't know what that's about, but I would say Splinter Cell would be the one stealth-wise. Pulling some more stealth type of mechanics from Splinter Cell, I think would be helpful.
You know what I would like to see is something. I really like the buddy system in Metal Gear Solid 5. The idea of like there sort of being something, a way that you can augment your normal abilities with some sort of, not that you need a dog with you all the time or something, but some way to like kind of like a special ability that you can bring into the battlefield that gives you different advantages over other ones. So that's what I'd like.
And the other thing I would do is take all the gameplay enhancements from this with the grapple and all that, and then just copy Brotherhood for a new adventure. Like just do another Brotherhood game.
Yeah.
Because I think that's probably their... Man, the game is so good with the guys around you and all that.
I would like to see...
Nice shot.
I'd like to see the Fries again. I really like these characters. I want to see more of the twins.
Thank you, friend.
Yeah, I'm still not sold on them yet.
Ah.
Okay. Achievements are so neat. Okay. Is it? Oh.
No. All right. Well, we'll see.
Still got about 10 minutes.
It's a bummer. Okay. Well, I guess I just don't know for sure how that thing unlocks. But when you play, when you get far enough, keep your eye on this area. There's something worth doing there. Here,
and thank you, Joe. Wow, you got warm palms.
How would you guys say the game's frame rate is? Any issues?
30. I mean, it's not dropping dramatically at any point, but It's been solid.
It's a 30 with some drops. Yeah.
Nothing that you're like, oh man, it's completely grinding to a halt. at
Yeah.
times
Again,
or
not
anything.
Unity, not nearly that hitchy, but.
So I want to. There we go.
How big is the map? That's an interesting question. I
And
think.
she should.
We can actually figure that out. We'll have Reiner can set a waypoint like on the other side of the map, because we're pretty much on the far east part of the map. We can figure it out.
And nice. Okay, so you want me to go to the map? Whoa.
All right. So yeah, just
So
go
we're
to,
here, and you want me to
go way over there.
Just set
and
a
like,
waypoint like here.
Yeah. Yeah. See if it tells us how far away that is. Yeah, it does. Yeah. So like 1,800 meters. We could also, just for a sense of scale, open up the map again. And if you zoom in, you can do some like rotation on the camera and stuff. That's kind of cool. So, you know, it's a nice little. It's certainly not a scale model of London, but I think it hits the major points. It feels big. It feels very
like a
big to me.
Park?
That's Buckingham Palace.
Wow.
Or
Where's the palace?
the red.
Is this the
yeah,
palace right
that
here?
is.
Okay.
Yep.
And then this is just their grounds?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
One of my favorite memories from this game, you know, one of those emergent storytelling kind of moments, is when I was like, I wonder if I'm strong enough, and I just like walked right into Buckingham Palace and like killed every royal guard I saw and like stole a bunch of stuff from treasure chests and walked right out again. But you won't be able to do that until you're further in the game.
Is it bad when you say Royal Guard, I immediately see the red characters from Star Wars?
I do too, actually. that's my first.
I guess Stormtrooper too. People think of just Stormtroopers from Star Wars, not like Nazis, right?
Right. Yeah.
All right. This bridge is impressive with the amount of vehicles on it.
Yeah, there are some times when it's like you're in a scripted mission where you need to be in the carriage and to do something, and you're trying to get across a bridge, and like suddenly it's just like filled with carriages that are clearly just there to like get in your way. But it's like, I have never seen this bridge so congested with carriages as it is right now when I just need to get through it.
You know, I'm gonna stick with the game through the end. I'm invested that much.
Mhm.
I like it that much. But yeah. Oh, hey, look at that. We're almost done.
Well, good thing we only have a few minutes left.
But yeah, it's been downhill since Brotherhood, but then there was a nice ray of light with Black Flag, and then this gen is so far for me has not been great. You're obviously through the roof, like you love it.
That's one of the things about this series I think that's so interesting is that, I mean, like Miller really liked Assassin's Creed 3, which a lot of people didn't like, you know. So it's like all of that is just to say, like,
So the hints you
you know,
found in the
people
Kenway
like
house
different things
lead
about the
to
series,
the
and the you know, different entries have, you know, the way they balance the different elements is different for each entry. So for me, the balance of everything works really well in Syndicate. For someone like you, maybe it doesn't.
And I know there's another game like Black Flag out there, Rogue, on
Mhm.
last gen, but I was convinced, absolutely convinced, like this April, Ubisoft would have been like, we're porting it to new gen.
I still think that's going to happen.
But where is it?
I have no
like
idea.
They did
but,
Black
like,
Flag at launch.
maybe they're just waiting for people to like be like, man, I really miss being a pirate. And then they'll be like, hey, Rogue, which you didn't play because you were too busy complaining about Unity.
Yeah, Ubisoft, if you're out there.
I'm off.
I miss being a pirate.
I liked Rogue. The story in Rogue was another one that I thought was super, super dumb. But it was fun to play. It's just like another, it really is just kind of more Black Flag.
Whoa. Okay, what am I doing here? Why is she yelling? Where's gunshots coming from? All right. So our last thing here, we'll examine the base here. Ooh, that ain't great.
No one will find you down here.
What is happening out there?
It looks like your rooks are starting to fight.
Just guys randomly shooting to the sky.
I really do think it's like one of the rooks is some of your buddies are causing a stir. Because there's one of them
Radar.
dead. One of them dead on the ground right there.
Well, they're not paying attention to me, clearly.
Try again. Oh no, it's still flashing red.
Oh,
Weird.
that guy saw me.
Better shoot him.
Oh, let's just get into it. Let's get into it. Let's end it with just pure violence.
It is kind of alarming the degree to which this game just lets you
There we go.
murder police officers.
So you can see how quickly a level 7 took down a 4.
Yeah, that happens pretty fast. Yeah, you definitely like that is one of the things I like, a kind of RPG style element of like if you wander into a zone that is too high for you, you're gonna run into some trouble there.
Yeah. But definitely an interesting new take for Assassin's Creed. There's some cool stuff going on. I like that assassination mission. That was super cool.
Yeah,
but I want more stuff like that.
Yeah, those are my favorites. You get one of those in every sequence, but nice to have more.
Yeah,
I
that would
like
be. That's a good thing. That's a good base for where do they do next. Hopefully, I bet we see it next year.
Hope so.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks again, Wade Wojcik in the control room.
Woo!
Really appreciate all the support, and we'll be back when, Wade?
Next Tuesday, we'll be live streaming Halo 5 all day.
Oh, very cool.
So I don't know if we're doing any multiplayer stuff like that, but definitely tune in. And I think Matt Miller, who's doing our review, will be there with a couple other people to take a good look at that game. So thanks again.
Yeah,
See you
thanks
next time.
for watching.